Alright, so we're using a new mic today. Yeah, I hope this works. Trying to get some better audio. This road noise in this car making me crazy. It's just making me crazy, man. Get some serious sunlight here as we're driving into the sun. Yes, I've taken it by myself to get out. Go riding. Amber's at home doing some work. If you notice I'm talking a little funny, this is not how I always talk, but it is how I always talk after having 7 teeth pulled on the bottom. So I had 7 teeth pulled. I got new bottom teeth, and it's, you know, they're kind of like shoes, except you don't wear the teeth on your feet, and it takes some getting used to. So, and no, I've seen some pretty cool shit in people's mouth. You can put you can probably put some Nike signs, and yeah, you can do all that. So never mind. But yeah, this is Rayden Chronicles. I run Rayden Media Productions, and I have a video production company and a drone company called 360 Virtual Drone Services. And I do like commercial work. But I get up here on this channel here, Rayden Chronicles, and I just kind of talk about whatever I want to talk about. I was home watching some Chris Stowe videos a while ago, talking about sales and video or marketing, selling, marketing, and sales and video. My man was just talking about some things that just kind of played in my mind. It's like, man, that's so opposite of how you think that would play out. But it also makes sense at the same time. And he talked about Gordon Ramsay, you know, the guy who cusses everybody out, cooks, and, you know, he has his restaurants, and people go to his restaurants to pay outstanding amounts of money to eat there. And he publishes all his recipes. So he puts all his recipes out online, or he's got a book, you know, he's got books and all this stuff, so people can make, you know, but the people, and the more, like, what Chris Stowe was saying was that Gordon Ramsay's a chef. He's got a restaurant. You go pay lots of money to eat there because it's Gordon Ramsay. He publishes his recipes, and you can have them at home, and it makes more people come to his restaurant. Then he gets on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and all that, talks about the recipes, shows you how to do the recipes and how to cook it, and gives you tips. And that brings even more people to his restaurants. How the human brain works, folks, is weird. Yeah, they'll come to the restaurant and they'll say, I want this recipe, not the one in the book. And it's the one there. That is the recipe. Man, that's how I'm cooking it, Gordon says. But he says it with that accent and stuff. But yeah, it's kind of odd. Opposite of how you think, but then when you think about it, like, yes, that's weird. Because, yeah, I'd go before I cooked it, probably. And he spit a line that said, you know, if you have an item or a service with no marketing, he just said you're just a commodity because everybody else is marketing. You know, everybody else is doing this. So you just falling behind. I just thought, man, how do I instill that into my customers or potential customers? I'm like talking with a lisp, kind of like Jim Carrey taught in The Cable Guy. Steve. Yeah, it's kind of messed up. But anyway, it'll go down. The swelling to go down. Calm down. So, yeah. What was I saying? I don't even know what I was talking about. What was it talking about? I got lost there. I got to pay attention to my lisp, and then I got thinking about a scene from The Cable Guy, and then my ADHD just went off track. I think I was saying, I was talking about how do I instill that into my clients? They can see this, you know, like why I made that commercial a while back. You know, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Nike, you know, Pepsi, all these big brands. Like, they're not big and nationally known brands because they don't advertise. Like, they didn't get big and then quit advertising. They've stayed on top. They still advertise today. Like, they still advertise. But it's hard to work in people's heads. They just think like, nah, I don't have any time. I had a client tell me the other day, you know, like, we might do it might be better to advertise in the fall. And I'm a pretty nice guy. But man, when I heard that, I was like, what? Like, you gotta pick a time to advertise in? Like, the what? You gonna set a time way in the future to advertise in the what? That's one of those things, people, where it's just fear driven. You know, you always say like, oh, well, when it's the right time, when that day comes, when Tuesday gets here, I'm gonna do it. And I'm so guilty of this shit too. So I'm not judging. I am guilty of this. That's how I know it so well, because I do it. But yeah, the fear-driven thing. Man, it took me me a long time, to leave welding. I was a welder. And he just took that dude to walk up to me that day, like me and him having a problem. He just walked up to me, it was so ugly, and I was just like, man, screw this, I'm going. So I left, and but now I've kind of lost that fire. Because work, man, you get to working out there, you get to working, and work's going easy, and you don't feel, even though, man, you know it. Like, you know it in your head that you need to market. Just like I'm talking about right now. Like, even me, I'm admitting to being just like my clients. That's crazy shit, right? Yeah, because, I know in my head I need to market, but when you get to work and you got business coming in, you're just like, man, you don't feel any need or any push to market because you're working. And that's how, that's how it's been for me. I made a lot of money last year. And then, some things have changed. Customers changed their mind about what they want to do. Customers not utilizing my services properly. Customers missing the boat. They're trying to be the creators and use me as the camera guy. That's a mistake. You guys are the professionals at this industry. I'm the professional in this industry. I know what to do. The whole time we're doing it, and you're telling me what to do, I'm telling myself in my head when I should be telling you, but I'm trying to keep conflict down. That it ain't working. Like, this is not how you do it, and this is not what we need to film. Nobody's gonna watch this shit. So, but they got the mentality of, I'm paying the money, I'm gonna tell you how to do the video. So, but they should, if you're a professional at whatever you do, you should be a professional in that industry. And if you hire a video content creator, marketer, advertiser, whatever, you should let them do their thing. What's gonna happen? They fail. If I fail, you fire me. You get rid of me. You use me a month. If I'm not doing what I said, you're not stuck with me. I'm not making you sign like a yearly contract. But it's weird how the human mind works. So, like I said, I ain't judging. I'm just trying to figure this whole thing out. I was contemplating while listening to Chris Doe that kind of like the rich guy, poor guy, or like what you think about all the time becomes your, actually becomes your reality. Like, that's, man, especially right here in the Bible Belt, in the deep South, you can't find nobody that understands this stuff. So it's like, but what you think about, that's what your reality becomes. And you look at all your friends, look at all your Bill and Bobs and Trishas and Tara's and all this. Like, the one that complains always has the bad luck, and they're always having stuff happen to them. And then the ones that always have the good attitude, they're the ones living the good life. But you, so sour, you're like, no, of course he's happy. I'd be happy too if I was rich and had a boat and a place to go in the summer, but I don't have that. Well, and you don't have that because your attitude, just in general, your attitude is, man, what's going to happen next? Man, I got some bad luck all the time. Man, what am I going to do with this? Man, I knew and believe me, I'm guilty of that. This world. Ask Amber. Amber wants to beat me down sometimes, and I am. I get on a trip where I'm like, I got a couple of episodes here, just named like the universe is after me, folks, because damn it gets to looking like this sometimes. Stuff just keeps going and going. You're like, there's no way possible this happens to everyone. There's no way a person does this. So maybe I got to work on that, man. Maybe I got to work on getting that fire back and changing my mindset. I watch people like Chris Doe and Alec Cromosi, and I get pumped up watching them, but then I chicken out. The fire goes out before I make the cold calls. The fire goes out before I get back. I get back home. It's kind of weird, man. It's kind of odd. I don't know why us humans like that, but we are. But you know what? It takes you breaking that fear. It takes you kind of. Man, that's certainly not attractive, is it? A big box hanging there. Yeah, I don't like that. I got a loose neck. I got a loose t-shirt neck. I'm basically wearing a girl shirt like Ross was on Friends. Yeah. No, it's really nice. It's just a heavy ass microphone. I should have brought a lav mic. But I see all you videographers out there with the microphone, all talking into it like this. So why don't you just have a handheld? But I don't know. You know how the time changes. I'm sitting here holding a lav mic. It should be pinched on your shirt. It's designed to be pinched on your shirt so you don't have to hold anything. See? But then when you put it up there, it looks like you got a hamster cage hanging off your shirt. So, I don't know. I hope the audio turns out good. If it don't, whatever. Well, I'll make it sound good in Final Cut, whatever it is. Yeah, I just had to try some new audio because I was so sick of hearing this roaring in the car. This one, especially with the motor, but also in the Tesla, it roars really loud because you hear the road because there's no engine in the car. So you hear the wheels on the road. So there's that. And then, yeah, tomorrow is the big day. So I got a job in Kinston tomorrow morning, early at like 9. And then I got a job, and then I have to go back to the dentist to have a look at this murder scene up underneath my gum line to see how this is healing. And then they're going to probably make some adjustments and see how I'm doing and, you know, how my pain is and all that. Look at the alignment of my teeth and the swelling. And then I got to leave there, and that's not till 2:15, and that's all the way in New Bern. That's like an hour from my house. The other way from the Tesla Center. Like, my house is right dead in the center of the dentist's office and my house. So Raleigh, my house. And then, so I've got to leave New Bern. So my appointment's at 2:15. I'm going to go in, try to get lined up, whatever they do. And I got to leave there and drive straight from New Bern, 2 hours and some drive, all the way up to Raleigh in this crap ashtray Nissan Rogue that Enterprise gave me. Or I guess Tesla or Enterprise gave me. And I got to drive this lunchbox looking truck back up to Tesla, and they're gonna give me my car back. I'll just, you know, there wasn't nothing wrong with it to begin with. The subwoofer went out and the back speakers went out, which ain't detrimental. It was just bugging me. And they gave me an early appointment. I thought they were gonna fix it. Then they didn't look at the car the entire day. This is a new service center on Sumner Boulevard, so I'm not a fan of theirs yet. Yes, they gave me a rental car, but it's a nasty Nissan Rogue SUV truck. I hate stuff like this. But anyway, that's the story. So tomorrow we're gonna get that straight. We're gonna call Tesla. We're gonna phone with Ricky, whoever she was, and we're gonna have to message through the message center to find out. But they're gonna have my car ready tomorrow. I'm gonna get my car tomorrow, and yeah, we'll talk about that when it happens. But that's what's gonna happen tomorrow, and hopefully, man. I mean, I guess they ain't gonna do nothing with my teeth that's gonna make them go down any. It's just real funny to get up here and talk because it's swole and it's painful at home. I don't talk. I just kind of sit there because I'm not required to talk at home unless Amber wants me to answer a question. So then I get here and I start talking and I'm like, man, I can't form a P. It hurts. I can't do a B. I can't call nobody a yeah because it hurts when I make a B sound there. It feels like the bottom of my gum is exploding because I still have stitches underneath here. Oh, yeah, it looks like OJ went up underneath there and went just messed my gum up. But it'll heal. That's what I thought about my top. I remember when my top got pulled, all my top teeth. I was like, oh my God, like that looks so like what is that gonna heal? But it did, and it's all right. It looks like a gum line now, but yeah, the bottom it looks rough right now. It looks bad. It looks really bad. So hopefully that's gonna go down. I'll get used to having these in, and I'll be able to talk, make my B sounds, and I'll call somebody a biatch. So, all right, I've talked long enough. I hope this audio is good, but it will be. I'll fix it. All right, peace out.